Hi there, Scorpio. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading. Back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. So as usual, this is going to be a relationship spread. Don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, or Veda sign. General reading, so the rules might get reversed. And also, by the end of the reading, we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for your advice, all right? It's either advice, it's either future. We'll just see what the card says. So let's talk now. If you guys are dealing with one person, your overall energy for the now, you have the Nine of Wands, you have the Two of Swords, and you also have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So now, you know, in the past, you guys were like this, right? The Four of Pentacles, you're being stingy with your attentions and with your effort. You feel that all of your resources, it should all belong to you. You're kind of like, I have a lot of things to offer in here, but I'm not going to be given to you and everything like that. But now it's kind of like up in a reverse position, meaning that you're getting away from that phase, you're getting away from that period. Even if you guys are single, you know, if you guys are kind of like very inward in the past, now you're starting to kind of like open up a little bit, but then at the same time you're still like the Nine of Wands. So there's like a lot of trust issues that is going on in here with you in your relationship sector, because you feel that in the past, whether it be with your current partner or whether it be with your past person, you know, there was a situations in your relationship where you have to you try to fight, and then you tried all 8 different type of ways, and you feel that it's not working, and it causes you and that ended up getting hurt. And you know, you see how this woman right here, like the more fight she put up with, the more she stands behind, the more she being pushed backwards. And for me, sometimes Pentacles talks about our self-value and who we are and who we identify ourselves to be. And you kind of like starting to realize that all of the sacrifices that you've put into a relationship kind of like made you question like, oh wow, you lost yourself in this relationship, and you don't want that to happen any longer. So that is why, even though you're kind of like starting to open up, but you're doing it slowly and little by little, especially with that Two of Swords in here. Major trust issues here, Scorpio. So what is the overall challenge of the relationship? Again, overall challenge, don't know who is who. It could be either way, different than a past, present, and future and overall energy. But anyway, you have a Justice card in reverse, and you also have the Page of Wands in reverse. So you might be dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, or you might be dealing with a Libra in here. But the Page of Wands in reverse tells me that there's one person in here who likes talking, who enjoys talking to other sexes. They just enjoy that type of thing. And Page of Wands is somebody who's very adventurous as well. And it could also mean that, you know, one person in this relationship has received an information not from their partner, and they kind of like take it very seriously, even without questioning them. And then you also have a Justice. So there's one person in this relationship being vengeful or resentful or being a little bit petty. A lot of mind games, you know. Sometimes Justice and the overall challenge also indicates to me, like, if you hurt me one time, I'm gonna hurt you until I feel I'm satisfied with how much I see you hurt. And you know what I mean? So it could be like twice the hurt or 3 times the hurt or something like that. Lima kartu masa lalu, that means 5 cards in the past. So let's see what happened in the past, guys. Ace of Swords, King of Wands. This person is very passionate. I think like the majority of you might be dealing with a fire sign here, because even if it's this Ace of Swords, there's like a lot of fire in there too. So they feel certainly more passionate than you. They might kind of like also says that you kind of like drive them a little bit impulsive or a little bit crazy. They usually they're the type of person who can control themselves, but around you they can't. They just can't, you know what I mean? Like even they used to be very logical. They used to not to react very impulsively in their relationship previously, but then with you, they just can't, because it's just so passionate. And with this person is like, you kind of like see that maybe this relationship might last for a long time, because you feel the Ten of Pentacles. You like their intensity. You kind of like sense it, that this person is kind of like very passionate about you. And no matter how hard you try to move away from that energy, you kind of like keep on returning back to this energy, because you have a Six of Swords in reverse. Even if you try to, okay, you know what, calm down, mind, maybe we should not be focusing on this person that much, and then, you know, there's just something like you just can't help it. The chemistry was amazing. That means 5 cards in the now. But you see the difference in here, though, is that they're all very, very fiery energy. I'm going to sneeze. I'm probably going to cut it off for a second. I don't have COVID, don't worry. And even if I do, you're safe because we're being separated by screens here, right? If you guys are dealing with two people, we're still going to be doing it by the second session. Kind of like want to clarify something first. But as you can see, even in the past, you guys have two totally different energy. They're much more fiery. You guys are much more pentacles in a way that you guys care a lot more about the security, the stability, and the consistency of the relationship, whereas they're much more passionately driven by it. It's the type of person who would I feel so passionately about you that I'm going to be doing whatever I want with you in and now, but I'm not going to be thinking that much about the future. But you were already in that stage. You were already in that pentacles type of stage. But it just seems so easy, isn't it? To fall for them. It was so easy because you have a Six of Cups. There's a lot of similarities in here. You might feel that this might be a soulmate type of relationship, or a twin flame type of relationship, or a karmic type of relationship, what have you. But it's just that even if this person is everybody says that he's a bad person or she's a bad person, you just feel that deep down inside, I know that this person is a good person, and you kind of believe in them in somewhat. So this is kind of a little bit weird here because the energy is kind of jumping around. So one day kind of being very, very hot, and the other day it could be very, very cold. And that's coming from you. They're not changing though. They're just not changing, but they're starting to feel that you guys are a little bit, I'm not going to say different. It's just you guys act differently in one moment and the other. Because at one moment you have a Queen of Wands. A Queen of Wands is, again, she's very, very passionate. She knows what she wants. She's a go-getter. She knows she's the bomb and everything like that. She kind of exudes this sensual and sexual, very, very persona at some point. And this person is just whoa. But then when this person is trying to do something about it with the Ace of Wands, trying to maybe ask you out or trying to flirt with you and have fun with you and everything like that, you became very, very King of Swords. So that's why I said, earlier, I think you have a little bit of a trust issues with this person. So this person is a little bit confused by you because they feel that you are kind of exuding two different type of energy. Even though deep down inside you have faith in this. And it's you're kind of baiting them too, You see how this King of Wands is staring at the Star card? It's it's either you take care a lot more of yourself. Maybe you got a haircut, or you post, really, really good pictures of you in your social media, or you try to dress up more and everything like that. And this person is just oh, something like that. But then when they try to do something about it, you guys are kind of a little bit cold, like the King of Swords. So it's a little bit like a cat and fish type of thing. Not cat and fish, cat and mouse, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit like a cat and mouse. They might have to mandar mis 5 cards in the future. Emperor. Very fiery, guys. You might be dealing with a fire sign, though. A lot of you might be dealing with a fire sign. You might also be dealing with a Scorpio, with a Cancer, with a Aries, and with a air sign. So it's going to be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Water sign, too, but I think that's minority. Because even if there's water here, I think it's either their chart is predominantly fire. Yeah. Still, very much still. You're the Four of Cups. What's up, Scorpio? They're trying so much. They're trying so hard. They will try even harder. So this is a current energy. So this might happen whenever you see this video to 7 days forward, and then the future is like on the 7 days. But they're going to be trying so hard with that 8 of Wands, and then it's not somebody who will give up just like that, you know what I mean? So they will try, and then you cut them off, and then in the future they're going to be even more bolder with the Emperor, because they're really trying to impress you in some ways, even more impulsive. You kind of like that, you know what I mean? You like how passionately they approach you. They do passionately want you that much, and you feel like the Ace of Cups, you're happy. If sex is happening, it's bomb. Because 8 of Wands traditionally is also about sex. But again, this person is like a lot of fire, so it's all about passion. And they're going to try to communicate it to you with the 3 of Wands in here. You know, you can see how this young lady here is sending whatever bird that is. But still, you're still very much like the 4 of Cups. So you feel it little by little, but you're just not letting them in completely. And why? It's because the Devil card. So there's 2 reasons for this. The first one is either because, again, you have like a lot of trust issues, and I think this is like the majority of you. You do have like a lot of trust issues. You're not sure whether you should open up to this person or not. And then to the minority of you, I think it's the form of wanting to take control or something like that. Then you have a Star card, so it's actually beautiful for you guys in terms of life in general in the next 7 days. So congratulations. So that is it. If you guys are dealing with one person, you could jump and go ahead, skip ahead to the pick a card reading, which is I'm going to be putting it out here, the timestamp. And then now we're going to go to the 2 people scenarios. So let's go. All right, so person B is somebody who you had a little bit of a trouble of letting go of stop thinking about this person. You know what I mean? You have like a little bit of trouble with doing that. You keep on trying, but something just always brings you back to them somehow. And then in the now, meaning that whenever you're watching this video to 7 days forward, is that this person is going to just give you something like the Ace of Wands, probably. You're going to be seeing them somewhere and just be like, oh, this person is interesting, or it's either they're reaching out to you, or whether they're trying to flirt with you again, or whatever that is. But again, with this person now, you're like the King of Swords. It's like, nah, I'm not going to be falling for that same BS again, because I'm now a lot smarter than I was before. And in the future, this person is going to try even harder with you. But then again, you guys are going to be like the 4 of Cups. So you're not interested. You feel that, no, I'm not going to fall for this one again this time. And then you have person B. Person B is just somebody who in the beginning, you're starting to see that, wow, this person is very intelligent. And I kind of like see that we have like a secure and stable future together. So in the now, you guys are much more like the Queen of Wands. So there's like a lot of showy quality coming from you. You're trying to show probably your best looks, or you're trying to show how much of a great cook you are, or you're trying to show, you know, something at them. But Queen of Wands sometimes is very, very showy. Wanting to clarify that one first for the 2 people scenarios. And with this person, again, like it's very, very positive though. It's very, very positive. So it's very positive. It's still the same passion, you know? It's still the same passion. You kind of like have them by the hand. So in the future, again, this person is going to be the Emperor, so they're going to even be more masculine about the way that they approach you. They're probably going to be showing like a little bit of their jealousy, or they're probably going to be showing like a little bit of their care, and then you're going to be liking it about them. So it's good. Person B is good. Like person A, I think you're going to be moving on from this person. All right, so now let's move on to the pick a card reading. Okay, so I have pre-selected 4 pile of tarot card for you guys. Kind of like ask that question inside of your head first. Only one person, I think, or it's I can't do 2 people scenarios with this one. All right. So this is card number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to give you 15 seconds of silence so that you could concentrate. All right. So for those of you who chose Pile number 1. Let's see. Have a King of Cups, 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Judgment card, and also the Death card. We're using after tarot, so it's a bit different than the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, okay? But the King of Cups in here indicates that you only have cups this big. And in order for new things to flow, in order for new positive things to flow, you need to let go of something. And this also tells me that you've been putting up with like a lot of BS lately, and you've been putting up the work, trying to attain somebody or whatever. It's time to stop. You know, 8 of Pentacles and reverses. It's like, it's time to stop. The situation has peaked. The conclusion is already there. It's not worth it for you to chase after that. Pull back. You see how this angel here is like pulling back the people from the boat? It's like, no, your path is not here. The way is not here. This one is not what we've prepared for you. Pull back, because then the new day will come. Death card doesn't usually have that, but now you see it. New day will come. It's sad to leave behind a memory. It's sad to live behind a familiarity or comfort zone. It is sad. You might lose a family member or you might lose a friendship along the way, but it's necessary for you to do that because you've been putting up with too much. It's time for you to pull back. All right, so how about for those of you who chose pile number 2? So you have the King of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you also have the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is a bit different in this deck of mine. All right, so you've been a bit stubborn. You see how this King of Pentacles here is kind of like taming down the bull. You have been a bit stubborn because the bull is like an indicative or the symbol of Taurus. And Taurus is known to either charge ahead and they're kind of like slow and they're like a little bit stubborn, right? With the bull symbol there. Not talking about Taurus, but it's just that bull symbolism is like that. Focus on what matters and kind of like try to detach yourself away from the situation just so that you could be more objective and less subjective of how you deal with the situation, because that's how the High Priestess is here. You know what I mean? If you focus only about you and what you want and what you need and everything like that, which is good, but then again, like here, kind of like pull back away. I think you're kind of like a little bit over the top, and you're being very, very subjective at this very moment, and the card is like asking you to pull back so that you could be more objective and see, because here's the thing, your relationship has a potential, right? You see how this King of Pentacles is like taming down the bull by the pentacles. So this relationship has a potential. You will only see it when you're becoming objective and less subjective. And reconciliations or whatever that is, a great makeup sex or whatever that is there. Right, so that's for those of you who chose card number 2. Now let's move on to those of you who chose card number 3. Page of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and also the Knight of Wands. So there's 2 situations in it. Take in what resonates with you. So if you guys are only dealing with one person, if you guys are only doing one person, it means that you should not be focusing on your relationship right now, and you should be focusing on other things of your life. Because when those things in your life are doing great, then your relationship will prosper as well. There's like a lot of things, especially work, especially home matters or whatever that is, that really, really needs your attention right now instead of your relationship. Your relationship is okay. Your partner is still very much going to be waiting for you. And then you could always come back to them and call it your home. If you are in the middle of a decision-making process of whether you want to make or start a business or not, you should. If you are in a decision-making process of wanting to probably move to another country for your work or whatever, you should. However, if you guys are dealing with 2 people, it means that it's time for you now to live behind one person and start being generous with the one who you know that you can trust a lot better. Right? So take in what resonates with you. So that is it if you guys chose card number 3. Now let's move on to card number 4. Page of Swords, Two of Swords. Wow, we have 5 cards now. Two of Swords, 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and also the 5 of Cups. Be careful because this week you might have the tendencies to snap. You might have a tendency to be very, very cut, harsh, dry, and mean with your words. And right now it's like, yo, stop taking everything. Stop taking everything to the heart and do not react on that because you might end up regretting it. You might end up regretting it if you're thinking of confronting with something and everything like that. Stop. Like try to kind of like digest it logically first before you do something out of your emotional response. This might got cut off because it's like beeping. And then if you have an ex, your ex might date multiple people. And one of the reasons why is because they're feeling shivering, cold, and they feel that you guys have abandoned them. So be careful of, being mean to other people because I think you're gonna regret it. If you guys are single, it means that you are too intimidating for other people to approach you. All right. So I think that is it for my reading for you, Scorpio. I really do hope that you guys enjoy it and find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for. And I'll see you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.